dismissed UAE, the host, for a paltry 57 runs and then chased that total down with less than 5 overs done on the board. If ever there was a dominant performance by any team, it was India beating UAE in their Asia Cup 2025 opener. It wasn't an ideal match for fans of Indian cricket who had been waiting for the Indian team to play after 36 days. So it was a long wait, and yet they could not get a contest that they so desired. And then probably in hindsight, you could say that India won a toss, maybe after a long time, in fact, winning a toss. Maybe they could have then decided to bat first. That way, they would have had the opportunity of their batters to get some runs under their belt. And of course, their bowlers would have also had a full practice, full, playing an experience of playing a full game when they would have bowled in the second inning. So both things could have been achieved had India decided to bat first. Yet Suryakumar Yadav decided to bowl first, and which meant that only the Indian bowlers got a good warm-up ahead of that crucial Pakistan game. Indian batters did not really get a chance to get their eye in. But what we're going to do is, ahead of that Pakistan encounter, look at the 5 big takeaways for the Indian team from this victory versus UAE. What's takeaway number 1? And that is that this Indian team had come into this tournament as the overwhelming favourites, and what they have shown in this game is that they are a cut above the rest. That's not to say that I'm reading too much into the UAE game. They were, of course, expected to beat UAE, and there will be tougher tests ahead. But I think this UAE team had just played a tri-series versus Afghanistan and Pakistan, and even though they had lost their games there, yet they were far more competitive. Against this Indian team, they stood no chance. So I think this performance by India has told the rest of the team in the Asia Cup that they are clear head and shoulders above every other team that is participating in this tournament. Takeaway number 2 from this game, I think, will be Gill's new template, I'm calling it. Even though, I'm going to look at it in 2 aspects. One, we were wondering what would be the approach of Indian batters in this tournament. Under Suryakumar Yadav, the Indian team has been very aggressive. Will they continue that in the Asia Cup? Because the conditions here may be very different. What this team has shown is they will continue batting in the same vein. So whatever we saw in the last 12 months, that exciting cricket under Suryakumar Yadav, that is going to continue. That glimpse we got today. And with an extension, I'm going to talk about Shubman Gill, because there was this big debate when he was selected in this team that how is it that a semi-aggressive batter, if I can call him that, Shubman Gill, makes it to this team of ultra-aggressive batter, this Indian team. And at that time, I had thought maybe we'll see a different version of Shubman Gill when he plays under Suryakumar Yadav. And that's exactly to the point we've seen Shubman Gill today operating at well over 200 strike rate. And even though it was a small innings of 20 runs, I think what this is telling us is that Shubman's role in Gujarat Titans in IPL is very different. The team revolves around him. I think he's been told, in this team, we have 7 to 8 match winners with the bat. You go out and play with freedom, bat like everyone else is batting in this batting lineup. And I think that's the version of Shubman Gill you're going to be seeing under Suryakumar Yadav. So that's takeaway number 2 for me from this encounter. Takeaway number 3, I think, will be, and that's again a good news, Sanju Samson being looked after, quote unquote, because remember, on the eve of the game, there were lots of reports. In fact, every report had suggested that Sanju Samson will not play and Jitesh would be starting. But Captain in Suryakumar Yadav had given a hint that they will or they might play Sanju Samson. He had said on a question that was asked to him that what about Sanju Samson? He said, don't worry about him. We're going to look after him. We'll take the right decision. And as it turned out, against everyone's expectations, Sanju Samson is part of the playing 11. Yes, he will not get to open like he was doing. He may not even get to bat at 3 or 4. He may be batting in the middle order at 5 or probably 6, but at the moment, it'll be a big relief for Sanju Samson, who in the previous occasions, multiple occasions, has been an easy target and made to sit out. The fact that he's in the 11 is a good sign, not just for Sanju Samson, but the culture that this young Indian team is cultivating at the moment. Takeaway number 4 for me will be Kuldeep Yadav and the rhythm that he showed today. Picked up 4 wickets, giving away just 7 runs. But why his rhythm is important? Because remember, Kuldeep Yadav has always been a rhythm bowler. Whenever he's been under pressure or he's not been mentally all there, he's not been at his best. And that's the worry that every Indian fan had. Because remember, England tour, he had to sit out. What I am learning is that he really wasn't in the right mental space after that England tour, having been made to sit on the bench for every test match. From there, everyone was eager to see, first, does he get a chance to be in the playing 11? Because seldom does the Indian team play both Varun and Kuldeep. The good news is they played Kuldeep, and even better news is that Kuldeep was bang on the money from the very first ball that he bowled, from the very first over that he bowled. So overall, great news. Kuldeep Yadav in rhythm. Remember, next match is going to be against Pakistan, a crucial encounter. Traditionally, he's always done well against Pakistan. So thumbs up for Kuldeep Yadav showing the form that he has. And that's takeaway number 4. That takes me to the final takeaway from this game. Takeaway number 5 for India. And that's going to be Shivam Dube, or should I say an improved version of Shivam Dube, the bowler. Till now, he had always been a part-time bowler who you didn't really rely to take too many wickets. He would at best give you an over or 2, and that too would have to do the containment job. There's a clear change in his action, you can see. There's a clear increase in his pace. He's bowling in the 130s now, and all of that together is making him not just as a backup to a backup option, it's making him a bowler who can chip him with overs, multiple overs in a game on a regular basis, considering India is only playing one out-and-out fast bowler, and they'll have another fast bowler in an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya. There is a possibility Shivam Dube may be called in to do some more work with the ball. There's clear indication that he's worked on his bowling with all that things that we saw in this encounter versus UAE. Of course, he too will have tougher tests ahead, but the signs are good. Those are my takeaways from India's tournament opener versus UAE at the Asia Cup. Next up will be the game versus Pakistan, and I'll be back with all my analysis. For the moment, give us a like on the video if you're enjoying our content. Share it with your friends who enjoy cricket-related content too. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Nikhil Naz signing off.